Well, I figure it's about that time where I need to start giving you guys another shop update. And as you can see, things are a bit different. When you last saw, there was just poles set on this side, or maybe there wasn't even poles set on this side. I don't even know. I should probably English. Should probably go back and look at that video. But another update, the Coronet's home. But we'll get to that later in the video. So, just an update here. Tin has been started. We need to continue over the door. This is a 16-foot by 10-foot door that will be here. And everything's going pretty good so far. Progress is a little slow, but there's a lot of reasons behind that, and I don't really even need to get into that. Delays and just stuff. You know, anybody that knows how putting together a large project in a building like this, they know you run into things, you run into issues, things don't go quite as quick as they should. It happens. So, but we got windows going in here, and there's the existing building and the Super B in there. We're not even going to look at that right now. But you can see the doors framed in here. That needs to be cut out and fitted. That will be done once we have a concrete line to base off of. So we'll be doing that in the next couple weeks. We should have concrete. So that'll be a really big deal. This that I'm standing in is 32 feet this way and 36 this way. So you can run the square footage there if you want. And then the existing building here is 32 by 32. So there's a bunch of stuff in here we got to get cleaned up yet, but we'll get to that. And if you thought that wasn't enough, it keeps going. This is the same 32 feet this way by 44 that way. And there's a 10-foot or 10 by 10 door there, 10 by 10 door there. There will be a service door right there going that way, and more windows, as you can see. So we'll have a good amount of natural light, but we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with lighting in here because we want it bright enough and really clean enough to do some paint stuff until we ideally get a paint booth. So that's the overall kind of rough update on the building. As you can see, major progress here as well. Walls are all framed except there will be a door here. Still need to frame that. And windows are in. There's a little window up here. And the roof is on except for the cap. So the plan from here is the walls will be insulated and there will be plywood on the walls. Now we're going to be running 2x4s down the length of the building, which will then be covered by plywood as well, which will likely be painted a white or a very bright silver or something to help reflect light. And we will have propane heat, and you know there's much more details that go in it, but concrete is the next big thing here. So we got to get the tin the rest of the way around the corners, and then in, I don't know if it's less than 2 weeks, we're having the garage doors put in. These two on this side and the one on the other side. So the other thing is I'm basically going to consider the building split into thirds. It doesn't really work like that square footage wise, but that's just how I'm using the example. This third will be insulated and heated. That wall's coming down, and the next third will be connected. So 2/3 of this building will be connected, one cohesive thing. The other last third, where the Coronet is sitting, the green car, will be insulated, but it will not be heated. It will just be primarily storage, but it will be concrete floor and insulated, so if we wanted to heat it, we could open up those garage doors and let the heat flow through. So The reason we have it 2/3 split like that is that way, you know, if we're only working in this 2/3 and the last third is mostly storage, and we're trying to heat it up in the winter here, we don't have to heat that other 1/3 storage. We don't have to waste all that extra fuel. So kind of a nice design. And if you thought the building wasn't enough, here we go. This will be extended roughly 14 feet, and it will go the entire length. This, let me back up here actually to get a little better perspective. This roof line, there will be 2x6 framing to go down, and then there will be posts here. This will be an overhang that will be enclosed, not insulated, not concrete, not heated, nothing. It will be storage for parts and project cars that aren't, you know, super weather dependent. We'll use that as a term, I suppose. And now you can see kind of the whole thing. And the whole dimension, for anybody wondering, is 112 by 32. Excuse me. So, really big building, but if anybody knows our projects and how we do things, we'll fill it up quick. So, we got a lot of other updates going on. We got a lot of other things happening. And as you can see, we've been busy with this, which is why regular, you know, Mopar update videos haven't been happening. So I do apologize for that, but hopefully, as you can see, I've been busy, and you understand that, or at least can try to understand it. It's a lot more work than it looks. So let's go back over here to the Coronet real quick. Look at that Super Bee here. That's a whole nother situation. We're not even going to get into that. But, man, that thing's cool. Coronet. So, nothing has really changed about this car, except I drove it home from our shop space, which is only about 4 to 5 miles away. I should actually get a real figure on that, but it was only about 4 to 5 miles away, and it was the first time this had been on the road, you know, more than just, you know, half a mile up the road to the stop sign and back. First time it had been on the road, and I have no idea how long. This thing doesn't have any plates or insurance or anything that shows a timeline on it. But this is a 68, or excuse me, geez, I'm all out of sorts today. 69 Coronet 500. It is originally just a 318 automatic, 8 3/4, maybe even an 8 1/4 rear end car. None of that still exists anymore. This is 1968 440, 18 spline Hemi 4-speed, and a 354 ratio Dana in this car. And somebody really kind of went after this thing, you know, probably maybe late 70s, early 80s or something. Hurst ramrod shifter. And it's got the chrome traction bars that, yeah, a bunch of people say, oh, they don't work on Mopars. Great, I don't care. They look cool. And they're not hurting it, so, that's my opinion. So, anyways, I'm gonna get this thing fired up, and actually, I'll just do it on camera, all one cut. I don't. People talk about cold starts all the time. Here's your cold start. Not the most professional wiring I've ever done, and doing this one-handed is not easy. This is just my kill switch. So that gives power to the key, to the brake lights, to the headlights, to everything. So I always disconnect that because I don't know if anybody else has heard the stories, but Mopars are flammable. So, here we go. Gotta get it warmed up a little bit. It's only 40 20-something degrees here right now, so this big block is a little cold-blooded. So, but this thing runs good, it holds temperature pretty good, didn't overheat. I did have one radiator hose leak just a little bit on the whole mile, the whole 4 miles home, so that's not bad out of everything. I mean, all things considered, that's not bad at all. So, we got a lot to do. We got a lot of kind of performance upgrades we're thinking about making in this car, but let's get this thing a little bit warmer. Then we'll do a quick little walk around. You can hear it idle. Oh yeah, and the taillights work. It's a pretty mild sound. We believe that the engine is entirely stock. It's got the HP manifolds and everything on it. You can see that it's cold. But it's idling low. I think it might die. Yeah, there it died. Didn't get it quite warm enough. But that's pretty much it. Just want to give an update on this car and this massive amount of work we have going on here. But hopefully somebody appreciated that. Hopefully it was mildly entertaining. And definitely consider liking, sharing, subscribing, all that fun stuff. And I've got a headlight out. So I'll take care of that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.